most of the questions in this press conference. Ma'am will statement. Over to ma'am. Over to question. Anybody? All question 71, please.
मैम तरुण फ्रॉम जी बिजनेस। मैम आपने आज के बजट में शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन और लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन दोनों के रेट्स को बढ़ाया है और रियल एस्टेट में आपने इंडेक्सेशन के बेनिफिट को खत्म किया है। तो मैम क्या हम माने कि जो इक्विटी है अब आप उसको बाकी एसेट्स क्लास के बराबर लाना चाह रहे हैं, इस वजह से आपने लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन के टैक्स रेट को 10% से 12.5% किया।
First of all, thank you very much for coming here. After having heard the budget, I chose not to make an opening statement because you've heard me almost for 1.5 hours, and I'm sure you have, you're eager to know what is in the budget and also seek clarification. For your, just for a matter of drawing your attention, we put up a single slide which has actually used the word employment as an acronym to capture that is everything in the budget. So each letter actually highlights the important points of the budget, and we can elaborate more on that a bit later, but employment captures everything to do with this budget, and I would like you to, for a moment, spend a time on it. And deriving from that, everything which has been said in the budget falls in place. But with that said, yes, your question is on, the point there is we wanted to simplify the approach to taxation, also for the capital gains. One. Second, if anything, the average taxation actually has come down when we say it is 12.5%. Because we worked out for each of the different asset classes, each varied with the indexation. I'll ask secretaries to elaborate on it. But the point that we brought it down from below the average to 12.5, which is the lowest if you can look at the last several years, encourages investment in the markets. With that said, I'll ask Somanathan or who is going to elaborate, Sanjay, on the specifics.
So you had, there were I think 2 or more parts to your question. One was on real estate and gold and other assets. So earlier the rate was 20% with indexation. It has now been reduced to 12.5% without indexation. If you assume that the rate of return on real estate is typically above 10% per annum, and if you take inflation at about 4% per annum, the real rate of return was earlier, let's say, somewhere between 6 and 16% per annum in real estate. If it was 16%, 20% of 16% was being taxed.